Hey, it's Seven here from Helixxvr with our new release show. Not as packed as usual, but still as entertaining. If you've been following Helix this week, you will know that at 6 PM GMT, Monday to Friday, we will now have our own little headline show. So make sure you check it out and see what news is being reported from VR by the team. Okay, first game up this week is Shadow Core. Out on the Vive and the Rift, it's a fast-paced multiplayer with the emphasis on multiplayer here. Okay, this is a good game as long as enough people are going to support it. It's set in a sci-fi environment. It's got two maps, one large, one tiny. It's a 5v5 player base using a combination of weapons. They handle okay. I'm still on the fence about whether this is going to be a surprise hit or not. Who knows? If you have a few friends that own VR and you can get them all to go into the game at the same time to play, then it's going to be a success. Up to you whether you buy it or not. We say, if you've got the friends, give it a go. Okay, let's see. What's that? Ding dong? Okay, let's go and see who the guest is. So, and our guest today is Dimitri from the game Organ Quarter. It was released 2 weeks ago, just in time for Halloween. So, welcome to the show, Dimitri.
Thank you for having me.
And for those that don't know anything about the game, would you like to tell us a bit about Organ Quarter?
All right, so Organ Quarter is a classic survival horror adventure in VR. So we've been inspired by 90s classics like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, and we wanted to bring a long-form adventure to VR with combat and resource management and all the spooks that horror games bring.
Well, you released a demo very early on, which obviously launched into a Kickstarter campaign for you. What was the target on the Kickstarter, and how long did it take you to reach the target?
So I think the target was $6,000 US, and took us, the full time. I think we reached it with a week left, maybe a little less. And do
you think the demo was what helped progress the Kickstarter program?
Yeah, definitely. The pre-alpha demo, we had a lot of really good reviews on there, and people were building a bit of a community there. And so yeah, it was pretty easy to take a lot of those demo players and bring them into the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I think when I described it on the show the other week, obviously when it was released, I was talking about the demo and about how it was very weird and spooky, and it was sort of something like we hadn't seen before done in VR, so it made us very excited about obviously when the game was finally getting released. And what was nice to see was you kept a lot of those elements in the main game, where some people bring out a demo, but then when we get the main game, it's not always as good as what the demo was. But you've managed to incorporate all the stuff in the demo. You've kept true to your roots, which is really, really good to see.
Yeah, so we wanted to make sure we paid attention to what people were saying in the reviews and taking a lot of that feedback and making sure that the full game was all that they wanted, just more of that, and basically just that.
Okay, so the game is now fully released, but obviously you will be adding stuff to the game. What have you got coming up for the game?
So currently there's a lot of with VR games, everybody has their own comforts and things that they want. So a lot of people want different locomotion settings and stuff like that. So we're going to be releasing just a general quality of life update so that more people can be as comfortable as possible playing the game. That's one of our highest priorities. And but after that, just a bunch of small details, and we want to just expand the interactable objects in the world. And eventually I would hope to have the time to make a little mini campaign. We had a goal on the Kickstarter that we didn't meet for a randomly generated roguelike horror mode, which unfortunately we didn't hit that, but I still think it's an amazing idea. So hopefully we get the time to make that happen.
Well, I think with the game now being released and people can see that you've actually kept to your promises, you going forward, anything that you want to do should be a bit easier for you, because you've obviously got the evidence that you can deliver, which is always good to see with Kickstarter programs.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you could do it all again, would there be one thing that you change?
Possibly the release date, but I don't know. I can't really can't comment on that just yet. I'm not sure.
I mean, you for those that don't know, when it got released, it was released against 3 huge big titles for the release week. So we featured it on the show because we say we always like to hunt out all the little gems, and it's actually a really, really good game. So that's why we recommend it. But it was up against the Gallery, Heart of Emberstone, and the Talos Principles, and then the other one by Vertigo games that we don't mention. So there was 3 big titles released that week, and then your game came out, but it still did pretty well. I mean, the reviews that came out for it in the first week have been fantastic, and ongoing. The reviews have been very good, and obviously with the Halloween week as well. I'm sure you would have seen sales through that because of people wanting to play horror games. I know certainly we did a lot of streaming over the Halloween week for all the horror games that were currently out to drive people's attention to those games.
Yeah, Halloween should definitely be good. And yeah, the reviews have been just absolutely amazing. People are, just being so awesome with all of their comments, and I'm really, really glad that there are people out there that appreciate what we're doing.
Well, we certainly appreciated it here at Helix, being able to get into a game that is a horror game, but it's not just relying on jump scares. It is actually a really good playable game as well, so that's good. Right, I've got to quickly jump off to the second part of the show. So guys, don't forget, go out and buy this game. Put it on your wish list or buy it, but it is a really, really good game. Let's go and see what's coming up in part 2. And welcome back to part 2 of the show. And that was a good interview. It's spooky. Okay, so straight in with Game of the Week. Fanfare please, Kermie. He's getting better at that. Okay, well, this game was first teased. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. I think I may even have offered the dev some bribe to get my hands on it. I offered him actually one of Damocles' kidneys for an early copy, but he declined, so I had to go and purchase this game. The game in question is A Writer and His Daughter. Okay, the devs could claim that everyone who plays this game will each have a different experience in the game. It's basically how you interact with your surroundings. Certain things will make the outcome change, and you will see different things from different perspectives depending on how you move around this story. Okay, saying that, this is first part of a trilogy, so we're expecting parts 2 and 3 to be even better. Graphically, it's stunning. Okay, and I say this every week that I'm blown away by graphics, and again this week I am. It is graphically stunning. As I've already mentioned, you have to interact with pretty much most of the objects in this game. There's no rush to get to the end of the game because you know what, you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff. So take your time, play around, look for clues, and then get to the end. Ideally, you need a big play space for this because it does make use of the Vive room scale. Okay, so that's thingy. It's not a it's not a bank buster. Okay, so it's not going to cost you a lot of money. So pop it in your basket, give it a go, and it definitely deserves Game of the Week for us. Okay, that's it this week, just the 2 games. Don't forget to enter our Eternity Warriors giveaway that's currently going on. And let's hop back and say goodbye to Dimitri. Well, there we go, guys. That Game of the Week is absolutely brilliant again. So let's quickly say goodbye to Dimitri and thank him for coming on the show. Thank you very much, Dimitri, for coming on the show, and really, really good luck with Organ Quarter. Of course. Thank you for having me. And for sure, I'll send you some keys that you can give out to your viewers, and hopefully they have a good time with that. We appreciate that. And guys, tune in next Thursday because we will be doing an Organ Quarter giveaway. So you games there you want. If you If you can't wait, go out and buy the game. If you can wait, well, good luck, and hopefully you'll win it. If not, still go out and buy the game anyway and support these developers, because everyone needs supporting. Right, remember guys, if you love what we do, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, itch us on Twitch, tweet us on Twitter, and F us on Fbook. Until next week, goodbye.